Okay, it's going live now. Now we
Yes,
live.
we are live.
Hi, live.
Welcome to another
No,
episode of Be On Border.
yes, this is our first official live show. This is going to be a test run. We may do this in the future. I don't know how it's going to work, but that's the lady of the house, Miss Rose Gold.
Y'all gonna see how Kid Gravity cries when he doesn't get his way. Y'all about to learn it today.
So she says, "I'm finna troll today. Y'all know I'm a troll.
Y'all know that's his job, right?
So we gonna start the show. You should be startled, huh?
You want me to give you a countdown? 2,
Hang
1.
on. Don't wait. Don't even count. Wait. Your legendary countdowns don't be counting down right.
We always time it right.
I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
know how we do it, but we almost time it right. Now, I was telling Keith earlier, he wrote the title of the show is The Legacy of Obama. That's not what we're gonna be talking about today, but y'all about to find out. Let's
You
go.
can talk about anybody you want. I'm just saying we got to talk about this man.
We're gonna talk about him. We're gonna talk about what he did while in office, though.
I mean, that's fine.
The
Hey, quick
term and the
question
word legacy.
before we start. When, when you do the output, right? I put so you could hear it. I could put it through
Play it,
the.
play it with your phone. I can't hear you that like that. It's not gonna pick it up. Play it through your phone and bring
Pick
it
it up.
closer to your mic. Because if you play it right there, I can't hear you. I can't hear that. Yeah, you have
So
to.
it ain't gonna play.
Ain't
Oh,
gonna
so I
play.
have to play. I have to play the actual file.
You have to.
Oh, you said I
Out
have to play
loud
it through the
on the
phone.
speaker. Yeah,
So I
on
have
the
to play it on the
speaker.
phone.
Don't
But
play
I
it
have
on
it
the.
on the speaker. Wait, say
Okay.
that again.
Don't play it on the source that you actually using.
Yeah, I'm not using it on the interface. I switched it to the default speaker,
On
so it
the.
should be fine there, right?
But then you
Oh,
using
no.
the speaker to hear me? Are you?
Yes.
It's not gonna play. You can't do that. You can't use the speaker to hear me and play.
All right, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to send myself the file, and then
And
wait.
then
Wait, no, I didn't mix it. I'm gonna set. So we can do some perfunctory while I'm trying to set this up, which I should have had it set up before. I apologize, y'all, but this is perfect way to have a show done. You can see the technical.
that's how we had. He
I
put
did
me to
mix
sleep.
it.
I'm sorry. That's literally every
What's
day,
that?
y'all. He put me through
Yes,
so
this
much.
is every day. I'm sorry, y'all, but you know,
I'm gonna keep
like I
me and
said
relax
before,
on my couch, y'all.
this is a new computer. I'm using the excuse that this is a new computer and I'm still trying to figure it out.
It was the same excuse he used. He said it was the old computer.
Well, the old computer only had 4 gigs of RAM, so I couldn't do much on there. And remember the days when it used to kick me off.
Now you have 24.
No, I have
Still,
8. I have 8. Don't do that. I'm not that. I'm not there yet. I don't even think they make 24 yet.
I don't think that. Oh yeah, they do. I think they do 512 meg. No, they do.
No,
No, they do.
that's the hard drive.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm
I
talking about
don't
the
think they
RAM.
do. I think you can still add it. Some people do have
Yeah,
customized.
this computer I can add up to 16.
Yeah, go
But
up.
then again, I don't know how to do it, and I'm probably gonna have to pay the Geek Squad to do it
I do it.
eventually. Oh
But
God.
it won't be free. You gotta pay me too. Sure.
Well, of course, you Africans don't do anything for free.
Ain't nothing for free. That's the first thing I learned in America, right from the boat that told me from jump.
Who told you that, Obama?
Nah, it was not my great president, man.
There it is.
It was a,
You see the lies she telling already?
it was another raggedy president before. You know who we're talking about.
Who? Who we talking about? Clinton?
Oh no. You're just going from wrong guesses to wrong guesses again. No, before Obama, we
Bush
were.
Jr.?
Yep.
Oh, you learned that from Bush Jr.?
He told me. Little girl, come up here. Let me tell you
Sit
one.
on my lap so I can practice for Michelle? God, dog.
You know, you can be a president having C's at Georgetown and be a complete moron. But one thing that America won't give you free, there's nothing like free, you know. But if
No,
you
there is stuff that, well, it depends on how you play it. You can get dick for free.
probably not good. That's what it
Oh, no,
is.
you can get some dick for free.
Some
All
good
right,
ones,
everybody ready?
some great ones, some amazing ones. Like the
I
ones
don't know.
that
I've
you're
never
gonna
had
come
dick, so I don't know.
exactly. They
I've never
did
had
not
dick.
for
You
you
gotta
a
tell me.
couple problems, then you might end up spending fixing other stuff than enjoying.
This is true.
Are we on yet? Is people gonna think
No,
I'm in here?
we're still broadcasting. It's just I'm getting ready to set up the show. I'm good
I haven't
now.
brushed my teeth yet, so
But,
I
yeah,
need to
okay.
go to the dentist.
There you go. Y'all, this is what she does while I'm trying to set up these
No, for
shows.
real. I
This
need
is
to go to
exactly
the
what she
dentist.
does.
I need to get this new thing on my teeth. They asked me like a $500 deductible. Like,
Talk about it.
I'm like 500 deductible. That yes, ma'am.
Wait, you don't have insurance?
I do. That's with the insurance because I won the. So I had a root canal probably a couple years back, and
All
that
right.
filling came out. So I didn't want to get another weird, bad looking filling. So I wanted to look the real joint. Go with the I think they call it porcelain, whatever.
You ready? You ready for your special intro?
Go ahead, hit me with it.
Here we go. Don't worry, y'all. This will all be edited when we put up the audio.
Yeah, whatever we were talking, please remove that. I don't want nobody to know wasn't.
I'll take the video down.
Well,
I think I
the
edited
intro
video.
too. The intro was stupid.
The what?
Our introduction. Okay. Go ahead. Just
All right.
start.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Is Ann Nixon Cooper. What change will they see? What progress will we have made? This is our chance to answer that call. This is our moment. This is our time to put our people back to work and open doors of opportunity for our kids, to restore prosperity and promote the cause of peace, to reclaim the American dream and reaffirm that fundamental truth that out of many we are one, that while we breathe, we hope, and where we are met with cynicism and doubt, and those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Obama is a Mac Daddy. Obama pimps white women and black women.
We put President Obama in the White House, and when I look back, I just wanted more done for my people.
I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to do it to you. I'm sorry. I had to do it to you. I had to. I spent about 25 minutes putting that together. I had to do it for you.
Don't worry, I got something for you too.
You ain't got nothing from me. Hello, Lisa.
Hello, listen now. I got something for you. So he made us listen to our president, a great president we had. Barack Hussein Obama. I want to say thank you to him. Please, I have 65 different quotes from the current president, the most outrageous stuff he has said. Okay, we want to go. Okay, let's start. This is only number 4. He
I
said,
love how you just dive right in. You don't introduce
no,
her.
no.
You just
You
bring
didn't introduce
them in.
anything, right? That was your introduction. This is mom.
Yeah, but we usually, say good evening at least. You at least tell them the weather. Nasa. I'll do it for her. Good evening, listeners, and welcome to Beyond Borders. If you are watching this on YouTube, we're testing out, hopefully, for the future, live broadcast. I am Kid Gravity. If you're not following me on IG at Kid Gravity, I haven't offended you.
It's not important.
There it is.
It's not important. I'm telling y'all.
Usually this is lady of the house's job, but tonight she just saw Obama and she saw red, white, and blue. So I'm gonna let her introduce herself, and then I guess we'll get into a little bit of house cleaning, and then we'll dive right into the show.
Good evening. It's me. Thank you. So, open the quotation mark. I don't know if you know this, but probably 10 years ago, I was the man of the year by I think somebody, whomever. I was the man of the year in Michigan. Can you believe it? Long time. This is what your president say.
Question. So you're saying that you used to be a man 10 years ago?
I'm quoting Mr. Donald Trump.
I heard that. I was just making a joke, but I guess it flew over your head. Oh, before we really start, I got to troll real fast. Wait a minute. I got to troll. Now I'm gonna make her really mad.
You were in DC. Let me tell everybody here. He was in DC. Ago. Did you pack the hat?
Yes, it was in my bag. I just took it out.
We spent 2 days, and he did not once wore that hat. Not once. That bag stayed. That hat stayed in the bag. You just took it out after you came back from DC.
I didn't find the correct place to wear it.
I guess your home is the correct place to wear it. That's exactly where it is. You wear it in your house. Well, in a heartbeat.
I wanted to wear it in the museum, but I don't know. I don't want to cause no riot.
Yeah, you're not man enough to stay behind it. Okay, anyway, keep going.
I don't follow this man. I just bought my boy Alex bought me this hat for $5 in Chinatown just so I can.
Remember when I started this beautiful trip, this beautiful journey? I just said to the first lady, "You're so lucky I took you on this fantastic journey," addressing his wife, Melania Trump. That's so wonderful. Wow.
Yes. That's what a real man do.
That's true. He takes his lady to stuff,
what a real man. You know what a real man like Obama does? He moves his seat when his wife don't like it when he's laughing with a white woman. Go ahead.
That's just you talking right now.
That didn't happen?
That's just you talking right now. So, like I said, what a real man does, they grab it by what? They grab women by what? The pussy?
Ooh. I ain't hear y'all complain yet until he started running for president. But go ahead.
That's a lie.
Who complained before he ran for president?
That's a lie.
Who complained?
So you're trying to tell us? So you're trying to tell us that Donald Trump did not have agreement with women before? Well, what you call it? Non-disclosure agreement with women before he ran for president. Is that what you're trying to tell us? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Then you're trying to say that somebody actually complained and he had a non-disclosure agreement.
That's not what I said. I said who complained about
the woman that he
by the pussy before he became president.
Is that the fact that he ran for president that the thing came out to the light? People knew about this.
Right, but nobody said anything until he.
That's a lie. When you say nobody, if you didn't say anything, it's because you didn't know. It came up to the public faces because there's real people that were involved.
So it was cool until he ran for president.
That's a lie. That's not what I said. It was never cool. You were not involved in that. You knew about it when he ran for president. The woman that he offended and disregarded was the woman that knew about it.
Wait a minute. I gotta get closer because apparently the way I heard it, either the red hat or the statement, make black people mad. So I'm going to get closer. Wait, I got to fix the camera. There it is. Are you mad?
Stay like that. No, don't move for the
Are you
whole
mad?
show. No,
Are you
stay
mad?
like that. Stay like that.
Okay, folks, if you don't know what we're doing, because you'll probably hear it on the audio, I put on my MAGA hat. The black one that I have is the only one I have. And
You have the red one.
I'm
Too cheap
trying
for
to
that.
get Rose mad right now.
Too cheap. You can't get me mad, man. Stay like that. He's
If it was the
as
red-
close. He has as close as his camera as he can be, and I want him to stay like that for the whole show. If he's really trying to get me mad, be uncomfortable for me. Stay right there.
Well, I want to make it uncomfortable because it's funny that Angela Rice said a hat like this triggers her.
No, I'm not Angela Wright, but stay like that. Don't move for the whole show. Get closer. I'm not mad yet, but I will be mad if you get
You're
close.
not mad yet? Okay, wait. I'm gonna move. Okay.
Not yet. Okay. I'm gonna tell you as we move along to the show. No. I can't see anymore. You have to bring your head down. It's a punishment.
I got a big head, so you gotta.
I know. Bring down. Okay. Bring it closer again.
Yo, how close you want me on this, man? I'm be slowing your breath.
All right. That's perfect. That's how we're gonna do the show. Go ahead and say something now.
I look like Jay-Z on the Black album.
Yeah, still like that. That is perfect.
All right, I feel you on that. All right, what else we talking about? You say, listen, we gotta talk about Obama. It's Black History Month.
Like he said, don't worry about it. We're going to take care of you guys. And I use a bad word. You know what I use? What word I use?
Oh, I didn't even give you the rules. No, this show is going to be explicit, so we can cuss. I already made that distinction.
I was not waiting for you to tell me that.
I just want you to just make sure that you know this, because we're gonna cuss tonight. The E's going on when I put this up. You still didn't send me the trials for the other show. Oh. Really quick, I did a show before while Rose was coming home and settling down and finding her 65 Obama quotes. I mean, Trump quotes. I'm sorry. Trump quotes. I'm sure she has 145 Obama quotes. 210. That's her favorite number. She told me that when I was down in D.C. But I did a show with Sean Teller, the writer, author, blogger that we had on our fourth show, whatever show it was. I forget the number. So I'm gonna hopefully put that up tonight, plus this show. So you guys will have 2 shows for the week, and then Rose and I might talk about taking the week off. I don't know yet. Depends on how I feel. I know one of them skin tone genders will say something that I'm gonna have to go do an emergency show about, but we'll see how the week goes because it's starting March and this is about Irish people, and apparently it's Women's History Month or whatever y'all call it. So I'm sure that we're gonna have fantastic shows about women's.
Yeah, we just women, and it's our month every year, every month of the year. It's just what it is. You have a problem. You have a problem with it. You have a problem with it. It's Women's Month.
What perfume y'all wearing?
What perfumes?
Yeah, what perfume y'all wearing, Mark?
All kinds of it. Every woman pick their own, whatever they like.
Okay.
I just wanted to point it out to the audience. You're talking to a liar when he talk for himself and talk for you. Kid was like, yeah, this is what Rose did. This is all of that. And I was just listening. I'm like, damn, can you let me tell my own story, what I did? Instead of you over there telling me all the things that I did and didn't do. Okay. 65 quote. Let's keep going. We were just at 2, man. You already tired. We had 32,000 people that night. It was 1:00 in the morning. That means it was election day when I was starting speaking. That's when he made that reference about that meeting he had in 2016 in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It was about 3,000 people. He said 32,000 people. Wow. That is so good. I like him. I like him because he's a pro. He's a distinct guy, right? He was talking about Bill Clinton. What we say again? I'm just trolling because I'm picking one, whatever. 32. But we had 18 people and I was center stage. And I said, wait a minute. This is no good. I want a number. Because if you're center stage, if you have 10, that means 2 people are in the middle. So I said, make it 11. Awesome. or make it 9.
Wait a minute. Okay, so how is this making this man
Or
look
I'm
bad?
sure that engineer that did it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So apparently, how is this supposed to make him look bad? I'm sorry.
No, it's not making him look bad. You put a speech of a man, of a president, and I don't know what you put at the end of the speech. I mean, I was really trying to hear what he has to say at the end of the speech, but then what you added on was very funny. I don't know what it says, but I guess that was supposed to make fun of his speech. That speech didn't sound anything like I just read quotation. It did not sound anything. Well, Trump sound like a.
Well, nobody ever said he was intelligent.
I didn't say intelligent. I said like a, and I paused. I didn't say anything. And you put play that Obama speech again and please let it finish. Don't be so disrespectful.
Wait, no, I just clipped it out the end so I could slip the Pastor Manning into it. Because that was the end of his inauguration speech.
You made disservice to that speech. You should do that to one of so many Trump. I don't even know if I could call a speech off reading off the teleprompter, getting off the teleprompter. This guy had an inauguration speech. Please, Trump, just so we can hear it. And I'm still waiting on the rest of the, I don't know, ammunition that you have for tonight.
What?
Ammunition that you have.
Well, you said you don't want to talk about it.
That's not what I said. You want to talk about his legacy. I say, let's talk about what he did in office. A legacy is a different type of word, right?
You want to go there?
Yeah, let's do that.
You want to go there?
Why not? That's exactly what I said. What do you have? Why do black people like to repeat themselves? That's what I said.
Okay, because we had an argument about this last week, y'all. Off air.
Did we?
She swung on me, by the way.
Oh, wow. A lot of people chill.
She didn't connect, thank God.
A lot of people chill.
Well, you know how she is. You know how the
I'm gonna come up with a new name for you, man. It's not going to be Kid Gravity no more. It's going to be Lion Kid. Lion Kid. Liar, liar, pants on fire, man. I'm
picking you up, actually, so you should take that lie.
No, I'm good. No lies. No lies is no good. I don't want that.
So only tell the truth with you.
Yeah.
Say no more. Okay. Why'd he kill Gaddafi? Let's delve right into it. Why'd he kill Gaddafi?
Why he killed Gaddafi?
Yes, ma'am.
You think Obama was the only person on earth that wanted Gaddafi dead?
Doesn't matter what wanted him dead. He killed him. Why'd he kill him?
Why he killed him? Go ask the Libyans. Go ask the Libyan. Why he killed bin Laden? Is that something that we want to go through too?
We can go through
ask
that.
Intelligent people. No, let's ask for everybody that everybody killed. Why George W. Bush went into a war in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Why are we talking about Bush? We're talking about Obama.
No, it's a question. We're not going to focus on one person. You can't just limit me. You know, we're debating, right? I'm allowed to ask questions. You ask me about why he killed Gaddafi. I'm asking about why he killed bin Laden. Why George W. Bush went into the war in Iran and Afghanistan. Why? Why the Watergate? Why Nixon? If you can answer all those questions, you can understand why he killed Gaddafi.
I still don't.
Let's start with a P, politics.
So it wasn't about the fact that Gaddafi told him, I'm not taking your dollar?
It's about politics.
What politics?
American politics.
So
Obama is not the only president. It's not the only American president to ever do things outside the country.
I understand that. I'm just
intervene.
Gaddafi was quiet for years, and then you ended up.
That's a lie. That's a lie. You're not African. Go ask the Libyan what he did. He was not quiet for years. Just like bin Laden bombarded America and was quiet.
He was quiet for years. Yes, he was doing.
He was quiet.
Okay.
He was quiet. It was quiet. You really think Libya is quiet? You know what they're doing there?
Not quiet. I'm just saying I'm still asking why Obama felt like he had to be the one to kill him.
He had to be the one to kill him?
Yes.
I'm still wondering.
Bush left him alone.
What was that?
Bush left him alone.
American politics. Bush decided to leave him alone.
So it wasn't about money.
American politics. That's exactly why
I forgot you from DC. I forgot you from DC, right? Y'all know them. Yeah.
like I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
yeah.
I'm telling you this. You can ask why Bush went into war, why
We know why
Obama
Bush
killed.
went to war because Saddam tried to kill his daddy, and he was pissed, and he wanted the oil. We know this.
See, it's coming out now. So Saddam tried to kill his daddy.
And he wanted the oil for the Carlyle Group.
Okay.
So
what about Bin Laden? What was Bin Laden did?
Yes, Bin Laden dropped 2 buildings. We know this.
He didn't deserve to die.
Playing a role. Everybody that we've killed didn't deserve to die.
Nobody deserved to die, right? According to you, everybody should live. Nobody should be going to wars.
I didn't say. Don't make me look like no pacifist. Don't do that.
No, that's exactly because you have a question. Why he killed Gaddafi?
Yes,
American politics. It's nothing. Gaddafi didn't do anything to President Hussein Barack Obama. If he hurt the American people, then American will go after him. You acting like Obama was over there with the guns and everything. You acting like Trump. I would say Trump. I'm sorry. You acting like Bush was actually on the field in Afghanistan and Iraq.
He would have if he went to National Guard.
That is so funny. Look, but like I said,
look,
you can go back after you can go back.
He didn't want to give up the gold, so he killed him.
You can go back. Well, we'll say that about every single other president that I had.
Fine, we could say that, but we're talking about Obama tonight. Leave the white boys alone, except Trump.
No, I can talk about anybody. It's a debate. We talk about everybody.
Far back.
No, we are going far back. Why not?
Trump. I'm going after Obama. Let's leave it with them two.
Nah. Oh, God. We can do it. We can do as far back as we want. We can go all the way back to Nixon. All the way back.
Okay.
To World War II. We can go back there.
Okay, so be it.
So now let me ask you. So you think the killing of the Saudi journalist?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I forgot his name. So Gochi? Maybe I don't know. I don't want to butcher his name, but we know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Who killed him? Do we know who killed him? Are we gonna?
Well, allegedly it was the Saudi government.
Allegedly, I like that. That's true.
We don't know. Listen. When I speculate on things,
but we have the sanction though. We have the sanction though. Give me a second.
Sanction? What sanction?
We don't know.
Yeah, which is why I said
although the Saudis blamed people within their own government because he was found dead in the embassy. How can you trying to tell me that a Turkish person or a Turk person or anybody else from another country walked in the Saudi Arabia embassy, killed someone, and left?
Well, when you die in the embassy, whoever did it has diplomatic immunity as long as they're an employee.
So it's no longer an alleged. If it was inside the embassy, it has to be one of them.
Well, again, we don't know. There's no surveillance. We don't know who did it.
There is surveillance. You will be hard to sell me that an embassy of Saudi Arabia will have.
No, what I'm saying is the surveillance hasn't been made public, which is why I said there's no surveillance.
They have it. There is. You just don't have it.
But they're not going to release it.
Doesn't have it. I don't have it.
But that's why I said we don't have surveillance. I'm just saying the public has not seen it. So
no, when you say we don't have it, it's almost like you're trying to say it's inexistent. Like it's not. Doesn't exist. Yes, they do have surveillance because they have surveillance for him walking in there and how he never came out.
But do we have surveillance on the inside? Do we see that? Do we see the inside?
They're not going to give it to American unless we ask for it.
That's why I said there's no surveillance of that because they could have destroyed the tape.
I don't. They could have. Now you're speculating. I don't like the word you used. There's no surveillance. There is surveillance. They have it. I think. Yeah, it's pretty much saying there's no recording of a crash of an airplane. Yes, there is. It's just haven't been made public. Once they're gonna do their investigation and finish with it, they will release it.
Right.
But there is some type
that was 3 years ago, right? Or 2 years ago.
You said what? How long ago was Gaddafi dead?
Gaddafi died in 2011.
Oh, okay. How many years ago was that? Okay. American politics. We're gonna go with that with the first answer. Another question
That's
for me?
fine. Huh?
Another question.
Did the ACA fail?
Affordable healthcare.
Yes, ma'am.
Did it fail?
Yes.
Is it still a law? Then
It's
you
still
have
on
your
the books,
answer.
yes, but you don't have to pay
Okay,
the
you have
fine.
your answer. You have your answer.
Just because something's
What
on
would
the
you-
law
what
doesn't
would-
mean that it's not a failure.
It's still on the book. Fix it then. Who's gonna fix it? The current president. Then we
They're
are
not
waiting
going to
for it
fix
to be
it.
fixed.
You know the House is not going to fix that. Come on now.
Fix it. Obama
They
passed it.
tried fixing it. Even
Exactly.
judges
So
are
give the
unconstitutional.
credit
So
to the
it
man
can't be
who
fixed.
deserve it. He passed it in 8 years. I'm
It
sorry.
did not take him 8 years to pass it. Don't do that.
He didn't pass it in his first year. So if it started in the second term, he had to get it
But
reelected.
that's not 8 years.
Push it.
It started in 2013. That's not 8 years. That's 5 years.
Second term. That was my whole point.
Okay, but you said 8 years.
Second term.
Okay, fine.
He
Second
got it
term.
done in
Fine.
the
It came
second
out in
term.
2013.
So
It was an abject failure.
my answer was: is it still a law? Is it still in effect?
Okay.
Because we're quick to correct our mistake here in the state if I forgot. And someone in recent memories ran to eliminate and eradicate it completely. Not even to fix it, because fixing it is like there are certain pieces of we can keep. There's some other
But
pieces
they
that we
tried
cannot.
doing that and it still didn't work.
Then why?
Because, for one, we didn't have the resources to implement something like that.
Okay, now my turn. So did you think that the healthcare system was better before the ACH? And we
In
never
terms of
really
what?
needed the
You
ACH.
mean the choices we had, or just the whole system as a whole?
The whole system. Because that's what the ACH was. It was overhauling what we knew before.
No, the ACH was giving low income people an option to have insurance if they couldn't afford the premiums from the insurance giants.
Okay. Before the ACH,
Mhm.
did you have insurance?
You had either you paid those high premiums or you
Okay.
did Medicare.
Did you? And I love how you answer. You said either you pay those high premium. Now, was it affordable? Because I mean, the ACH, you forgot the word that it started with, affordable health care.
Yeah, but before that even came into existence, like up here, we had Affinity and we had those city healthcare plans that were either
Affordable
little to no
healthcare.
cost. Huh?
Affordable health care.
But those were affordable. Those were for low income people.
American. Not
No,
just
but
New
what I'm-
Yorkers. That's why the ACH came to fix it on a federal level.
I understand
States
that.
can still do what they do. The once again, when a federal law passes, and I think this is how it works in this state, is the
Right,
minimum.
it funnels down to the states. But what I'm
As a
saying is,
minimum, and then each state can build up to what it feel the right to do, like based on the demographics of their own states. So you can't just say that's what you had up here in New York, but there's clearly places in this great nation, 50 state, all of us, that didn't have those affordable choice. Or even if they had, they were very limited, very, very limited in option and things and coverage and medication and prescription. Yeah. So the ACH knew, well, not ACH knew, but the people who work on drafting that great bills knew the profit that pharmaceutical company had on the back end and wanted to tap. That's what we did. Because we know they can afford, they're not going to be losing money. It's not trying to turn into it's not trying to turn a profit for them into a loss. We're just taking that major profit into just a lesser profit. And we turn those costs to actually help the people who need it. That's what it was.
so you just said they didn't do that for profit?
It was not about profit. What I
So
said,
why would they fine people for not having it?
because the prices are so low and the state are working Yeah, it is. It is. They're cutting actually into the profit of big pharma that were ripping us off. Not even us, because I don't think at the time I could afford health insurance before ACH. It was not mandatory for employer to offer this,
Mm-hmm.
and now our costs were rising
Mm-hmm.
because what one thing happened here. I have plenty of friends in the healthcare system, and I was just talking with one tonight, and he told me it's crazy on the floor. He's a registered nurse. He said it's crazy on this floor. Oh my god! Oh my god! Um, they're getting more and more operation. They have his floor is now trauma and other illnesses, so it's all of a mix of them, and it's so expensive that the code word to get treated, and I'm sorry to say this on the air, I'm not trying to have people do it, but apparently a lot of people know this already. It's to go there and say you're homeless so that they don't have an address to send your bill and track you. And, the state will end up eating those costs. When they have those high premium, is it because insurance is so high that the disease is scared to get into you? The disease are so scared. Oh my God, it's going to cost so much for Rose to get treated. So I'm not even going to get closer to them. No, you still get sick. You still get, pregnant. You still have children. You still all have that. But the ACH, now I'm not over here telling you that is perfect. It's not a plan with no failures in anything. But the reason, and politics needs to stop. The reason why the ACH is still a law is because, make no mistake, no one, and I said no one yet, came with anything close to that to replace it. And I know this because as soon as a better plan is figured out, then that person will run up and present it. Until then, please give credit to my men still. Thank you.
That man get no credit from me.
That's fine. Everybody still knows that was Obamacare. They wanted to call it like that. At first, he was against it.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not good.
Tell that to the small
Stop
businesses that had to
it.
close because they couldn't afford health care or they had to
They're
let people
fine.
go.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. Go look at them videos back on YouTube when you get off of this.
How many
Go
people?
look at them.
How many? How many? It
There were
improves quality of
hundreds
life.
businesses
The
that
more,
closed.
the more you take care of yourself, the better you have better engaged employee. It shows. It shows. If you
People can
are
afford
able
to
to,
keep them.
yes, you can. Yes,
Okay.
you
Oh
can.
wow.
'Cause
Okay.
it costs,
I'll give you that.
as an entrepreneur, it costs less now to cover those people instead of
We're
not
not
to
talking
give them
about now.
coverage.
We're talking about when this law first passed. We're not talking about now.
It's still in effect, so I don't know what you're talking about. It's no, it's no
I'm
new
talking about
law.
before.
My mother is getting her insurance through here in Maryland. We have what they call it's ACH, but each state have their own little website. It's called the Maryland Health Connection. So that's what she's
the
getting.
marketplace.
Yeah, and as soon as that thing started, she started getting health insurance. It's
Right.
something she did not. Same, both of my parents. What her job offer was the bare minimum, just so they couldn't get in trouble. And I think that's better than nothing. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I will take it, but then it depends on your age too. The older you get now, you starting to get into some, the zone where you start to have, little illnesses. You need to get checked up more. Those bare minimum will work with a, I don't know, a healthy 18, 19, 20-year-old where, you only need to go to a hospital once for an annual checkup. And if that, you're good. That's it. But no, as you get older, you need
She said no.
more coverage. So, like I said,
So again, why did he fine it? Why did he fine people for not having it?
find them.
Yes, you got
Why
fined
did
if you didn't get the ACA. You got fined.
the government
Every
find
month you didn't
people
have it.
left and right every day?
What's that you said?
Is that even a question? Why
Was-
did he find people not to have
Yeah,
it?
that was one of the provisions. You don't
Why
have.
did you get fined to not have car insurance, auto insurance?
You don't get
Why
fined
do
for
you
not having
get
car insurance. Don't do that.
It's state mandated. I don't know about New York, but here in Maryland, you do.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. You can drive around here in New York without, because we're a no-fault state. You could drive around without insurance. It's just if you get into an accident, you're screwed.
No, we do. Here we do.
Yeah, but I'm saying with ACA,
like I said,
you didn't have it, you got fined because they tried me one year.
The government fine people have been finding. Uncle Sam has been collecting people. PSA announcement. I have an announcement. If you haven't noticed yet, take your paycheck and look for, I don't know which boxes it is, and notice that your money is not all coming back to you.
We know, don't do that.
No, I'm telling you, you talk about fine, like, oh my God, it's terrible. Oh my God, he finding people for not having insurance.
Yes.
Oh my God.
There we go. They tried to fine me 1 year, $179 a month.
We have camera. You speed in this area, you get photographed, and you have to get a fine. On top of the fine you get a late fee of $200. Oh my God, why would the government do such a thing? Oh my God, the governor of Maryland is so evil, and we love him. Go, Larry Hogan.
Y'all do love that white man. Go ahead.
So just saying, when you say why he fined people
something that he proposed to help people, you get fined for not using it.
We get you choice. Many choice to choose from, very affordable. We were able to get what many other people who now are who were bashing, because some people now I'm sure some people are enrolled in the ACH and they're over there in Congress and there were the people matching.
Oh no, they all took the waiver. They should have known they took the waiver. But go ahead.
You know, they were the one marching against it. Of but course, you know, they know people. Not even they know people that serve people, that represent people in their district, in their states, who have it and who have been. I'm not going to say save, because that's not what insurance does. Insurance doesn't save you, but it takes certain things off your back. I know you don't have to worry about that much. Still, you know, your copay and all of that, but at least know that you insure. That word, you know, is worth something. Going to the hospital and not feeling like, you know, you about to be put out, because some hospital be doing that. I'll be talking to a friend. I heard certain things that say like, yeah, I mean, you just had a surgery and the next day since you don't have insurance, they're gonna find, you know, once you're stabilized, we're gonna put you out. I'm like, damn.
Well, I mean, they need the bed.
Damn. I don't know. I heard certain things.
Nah, they need the bed. I also heard some doctors, and my dad works with them. They said that they didn't even want to take it because they weren't even sure if they were going to get paid, because they had to bill the government.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of sucks.
Yeah, my friend was telling me some crazy story. Like, yeah, they know that they showed up there. They just say we don't have a place to leave, blah blah blah. And then the hospital have to bill the government, but then you just had a surgery or procedure done. You offer anesthesia, and once you're stable, they let you out. But then they can't even prescribe you. Say the doctor is sometimes even really reluctant to prescribing you pain medication, because without your insurance, the price is so high that they know that if you couldn't afford anything to show up here, you certainly can't afford to pay for those pain medication. Guess what they're having? They're having the same patient the next day or two come back to the ER just complaining about pain, crucial pain. Because dang, you just got out of operation. You're feeling good because the anesthesia is helping you right now. But when that thing wear off, man, I don't know about pain. Man, I'll be.
He said, man. He said, hey, look. Listen. Y'all just repaired my knee. I need that. I need that morphine. You heard? He's like, listen. Shh. No. This is what we finna do. Listen, go in that bathroom. I'll be up in there in 5 minutes. How much you got on you right now? I don't know. I got about $200. He'd be like, I got about $200.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, this is exactly, we talk about things that the ACH were able to fix. So shout out to my dude. Now,
wait, I got something. Nah, I ain't giving you credit on that.
That's fine.
That man tried to hit me up for over, what was it, almost $2,000 in fines. Nah, sir, I'm good.
just for your just for your information, the number of uninsured American went down
Well, of course it's gonna go
15.2
down.
million. And that's exactly what we were trying to accomplish.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
15.2 million. We cut down into the big pharma profit. We're not
And
trying to
Big
have them
Pharma's
lose
still
money,
making money.
but they're gonna share that money.
And guess what?
On
And
the
guess what?
market plan, each of the big healthcare company that were on board that Maryland is offering have at least, at the very least, it's been my mom is on it ever since it came out.
What companies?
They have at
What
least
companies were on
3,
there?
4 plans.
What companies were on there?
Care First, Blue Sheep, Blue Fur, whatever that thing.
Did you just say Blue Shield?
Yeah. Why are you laughing?
Oh, Chabot took it. Okay, say no more. You're right. Okay, say no more.
And then they have small ones like locals ones. They're not big everywhere. They're just here in Maryland.
That's what they didn't dent Big Pharma. I just hope you know that. You know what they actually did with the ACA? They actually took the problems away from Big Pharma because remember they didn't like picking up patients that had pre-existing conditions.
Nobody wants that.
No, I understand that, but ACA said, okay, we'll take you if you have the pre-existing condition. Remember, you may have had to fight for that.
Because what? Because what?
Because what?
Because you're still a human. And there's things that happen outside your control.
You do realize medical insurance is a luxury, not a privilege, right? It's not a right.
That's why we still have to find people like you to get it. That's all.
So you must be in favor of Bernie Sanders and them talking about they're gonna raise taxes so you can get free school, but you're gonna end up having to pay.
No. I'm whipping my finger right now. I'm doing the Mutombo John. No.
Well, you don't like that?
No. Bernie is a complete different idea. I'm gonna stay.
Wait a minute. You said everybody's on the table. You went all the way back to Nixon. Why I can't go to Bernie Sanders? He from Obama tree.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Bernie plan, which is all free everything, that is not what the ACH was. When Obama introduced the ACH, there was still question about how it was being paid, and the very skeptic people was, oh my God, is increasing the deficit. Oh my God.
But see, that's where I brought up.
But the plan
came from. That's how you pay for it.
Bernie plan is completely different. That's free. I'm not down with that.
No, I understand, but what I'm saying is, I brought up the fact that like you said, everybody was talking about how they're gonna pay for it, and I said that's where the fines came in. That's how you pay for it. So whoever didn't want it, you're gonna get the money to pay back from them.
There are what we call exceptions. There's never a rule without exemption. So exception.
What are you talking about? A rule?
There are exceptions for you not to get fined.
Yeah, I had to do that because I wasn't making enough money. Yeah. I got the exception.
That's exactly why we have that.
But not everybody could do that.
Exactly. Then you're born.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I thought he was a man of the people. That's fucked up.
The people are using it. What you talking about?
No, who used him? You right. No, they didn't use him. You right. I give you that.
People insurance a $5 a month, Mike. $5.
Right. So okay. What else you got? What else you got for me?
$5.
You got $5. You got the 43 cents. I'm hungry.
You're so silly.
I know.
Now we're gonna take the highlights since you started, trying to corner me with some ACH stuff, affordable healthcare coverage.
I love how you keep saying ACH. Like that's ACH is actually that's an electronic check. I just hope you know that.
Oh my God, yeah.
You kept saying ACH. I didn't want to correct you, but you said it one more time. I had to correct you.
I was hoping somebody did.
Y'all can say the first A, but that second A, that just fucks y'all up. I don't know.
So we're gonna move on to immigration. Something that
kids in cages.
What in the world happened?
Kids in cages. Oh, that was my diabolical laugh.
Oh,
That's what
I was like,
kids in cages.
I didn't know what in the word was that.
Kids
Now,
in cages.
we have to give up credit to former President Barack Obama.
Trump.
We're gonna get to him. We're gonna get to him.
Oh, he also did a travel ban, but y'all was okay with it.
Let me get there. We're gonna get to him. I promise.
You promise?
So, promise.
What you
With
trying to
former
do?
President Obama
Hakuna
in
Matata?
immigration and what he did for the dreamers, you know, it was it was a lot of that whole project again, because every time he tried to introduce something, it was always met with, oh no. The plan made sense. You know, so I heard somebody recently ran a race on canceling that, on overturning that, on taking that away. We know how that ended. On a lockdown with Congress, on a shutdown of a government where we were playing arm and wrestle with the American people.
Yeah.
I don't care if you want to play your party affiliation. You're free to do that. But when you start playing with people, with the American people, that's where
Not just white people.
I draw the line.
Mm.
Everybody were affected by it.
Mm-hmm.
Mortgage letters and all of that. And some lender were not even taking that. They didn't care if you didn't get paid. Some other were very, understanding, especially the bigger bank, I would say, the bigger bank. But the small lenders, the car notes, not all car notes were taking that. Only because, someone wanted money for a wall. And in trading
growing up.
in trading pieces, put those dreamer in the middle in their future.
Your man did the same thing.
That's not how we do.
Your man almost did the same thing.
Almost is the key word right
there.
now.
It is.
Almost is the key
there
word.
It is.
But U.S.-Mexico border apprehension went down 35% under President Obama. 35% without a wall.
No, the wall was there. Don't do that. Don't you lie. The wall was there.
Partial wall, not a wall from one West Coast all the way to the East Coast. The wall has always been there. He did not build. There's always been separation. I think we've known that. There's always been some sort of wall, but it's not have been from.
Except when you go to San Diego, you can just cross the street and you're in Mexico.
Let's do that. Let's go.
No, I'm serious.
I know. There's there's certain part that have it and certain don't.
Right.
So it was not kind of building something brand new. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I think it was even made very clear that it was in places where they didn't have it, so that it can complete all of that border.
Right. But most of the money was going to ICE.
All the way to the west.
Yeah, but most of that money was going to ICE.
What about our northern border?
What about Canada?
Don't we need a wall over there too? And by the Pacific Ocean?
Oh, you got to remember, with the Canadian border, you have a lot of bridges and tunnels. And you have border crossings there. So
they actually have real tunnels, not the one that the people that
you mean El Chapo jump off? That's under Nancy Pelosi's mansion, but we're not gonna go there because that's speculation. And Nancy Pelosi loves her some Obama, but go ahead.
It's alleged, like you just said.
Yes, it's alleged.
Nobody knew about it. No. Nobody knew about it, like it's alleged, until she became the House of Representatives again. Then everybody wanted to think about it.
Yeah, but y'all love y'all some Nancy Pelosi, but it's okay.
Boy, please.
Tell me why I told that lie.
You good.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, 35%. 35% down with the pieces of the wall that he got from a prior president. He didn't add anything, but they actually went down.
Right.
Now this person That's taking money away from the people that actually made a difference. Actually made a difference and build a wall that we know is, you can go around it, you can go under it, especially. And a lot of people have been doing that. You mentioned tunnel, the northern border. Those are at least real tunnel. But there are the other ones that's that miles and miles away from the wall. So it's not like they're gonna come and start digging right there in front of the wall. No, it's too obvious. Start all the way back to one village, and then dig it all the way into the US side. But we're not gonna go there, right? We're not gonna go there. So once again, shout out to former president Barack Hussein Obama for immigration and the Dreamer Act. Um, Once again, the law took some time to be drafted, and I think it gathered support. It did gather support from people across the aisle. It was not about politics. It made sense to me. I think for me, the law, if it makes
For
sense,
them to get reelected.
made sense. Made perfect sense.
Okay.
You brought here 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. Yes, you're not born here. Yes, of course. You don't have that citizenship. You're not born here.
Yeah, we've had people living here for 20 years on a visa, but we're not going to go there.
You're going to be now, I don't know, 20, and you realize you need to go to college. But then, oh my God, Mom, what was I born in? Actually, yes, I carry you into my back and ran with this dude. You don't have anything. Are you serious? Oh, come on. So it made sense. But then they added a bunch of other stuff to make sure that, it was a screening process. Of course, if you already had judicial things, a little arrest in high school, that was all against you. I used to fill out those paperwork for those youth. It's when they were like, yeah, I got arrested, and like, yikes, you might need a lawyer. And you might or might not be a recipient of it. So it was protection around it. So shout out to him.
Right,
what we going to talk about?
Let's get to the good stuff.
Go ahead.
Black Lives Matter.
Always have and always will.
There it is.
Always have and always will.
I don't think I can find another president that endorsed the social movement.
More than who? Trump?
No, more than him. What social movement has Trump endorsed?
He's on Twitter more than the 15-year-old. That's the best. Like
That's
he does speak
movement. I said a social movement.
It's social media. It has social in it.
Oh God! Don't. No. Let's be serious. Name another president that has endorsed the social movement.
Is that just a social movement? The social movement is part of society, right? The Black Lives Matter was real.
That was a social movement.
It's not a social movement if people are dying. It's a real movement.
Who's dying? Oh, we gonna talk now.
Who dying?
I'm gonna adjust. Who died? Who's dying?
Trayvon Martin.
That was his fault. 911 told him to go in the house.
Did you just say you know? I love bipolar people because they say something and they forget about what they said.
Go in the house.
You said earlier that all the people that American kill, none of them deserve to die.
I never said that. No, you told me I said that. I never said that.
What did you say?
I didn't say anything. You said kid sounds like the person that said everybody should be able to live. And I said, don't make me out to be a pacifist. That's what I said.
Okay, if everybody deserved to live, then Trayvon Martin deserved to live more than anybody.
Why are you putting words in my mouth? I never said that. You said that. Those words never entered my mouth. And I'm not backing off of what I said.
No, that's fine. I'm not trying to have you back up for anything.
Go in the house.
I said we have the tape. No one deserved to die. Period.
I never said that.
I know. But you said that was his fault.
Yes. He was told, go in the house, we're on the way. Nobody told him to go back outside to go confront Zimmerman.
So that was whose fault?
And that was Trayvon's fault.
Okay. But he deserved to die. That's
I didn't say he deserved to die. I said he caused his own demise.
But everybody
In the
has a right
house,
to life.
if he'd have stayed in the house, it could have been resolved. He'd probably still be alive today.
Could have shoot at Zimmerman not shoot him? Could it have? Who pulled the trigger?
Zimmerman pulled the trigger because he was getting his ass whooped.
No. Don't do the because. Who
Why?
pulled the trigger?
He pulled the trigger because he was getting his ass whooped.
Okay, could he have not pulled the trigger? Because you
Yes.
always have
He
the choice.
probably would
Thank
be
you.
dead right now.
Argument's over. He could
Okay,
have
and
not.
he'd probably be
He
dead
could have
if he
not
pulled
shot.
the trigger.
Just like you said, Trayvon could have stayed home. Zimmerman could have not shot. Trayvon did not shoot himself.
Right, and Zimmerman could not have followed him home.
Trayvon did not shoot himself. Period.
I understand that.
Exactly.
But I was telling you in
We
authority,
talking about
stay
fatality.
in the house until we get there. You don't go back outside to provoke a confrontation. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry. I understand what you're saying, but I'm just telling you also, look in your eyes that Zimmerman pulled the trigger.
Yes, I'm not.
He could not have pulled the trigger. Can we at least agree that it was a choice to pull the trigger or not to pull the trigger? So he pulled the trigger. So
he pulled the trigger to save his own life because if he didn't pull the trigger, he would have got his ass whooped.
Ass whooped, not killed.
He could have been killed.
By who? Who had the gun?
No, if he didn't pull the gun, Trayvon could have.
No. So now we're entering the coulda, woulda, shoulda. You know,
how we
Trayvon could have stayed home. Zimmerman could have got his ass whooped and killed. So he pulled the trigger before. That's funny. Zimmerman had a choice. He was not the one that Trayvon Martin was not the one causing the fatality because he was not the aggressor. He did not have the gun in his. Yeah, you can open your eyes.
He went outside.
Not with a gun.
He went outside to confront.
You just said he went outside. He went outside. He went outside unarmed. Did he have a knife on? Did he?
Okay. He still went outside to confront.
He went outside. Everybody go outside. Kid do not go outside tonight.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You're gonna go outside to go confront somebody?
I don't expect that person to shoot me.
Oh, Jesus.
It is my right.
And Trayvon didn't expect Zimmerman to have a gun on him and shoot him.
It is my right to confront you. We having a debate.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. He was told by 911, stay in the house. We're on the way. Why did he go back outside?
Why did Zimmerman shoot?
Oh, Jesus. Okay, and if he didn't go back outside, Zimmerman would have shot him.
Zimmerman had a choice not to shoot.
Zimmerman wouldn't have shot him if he didn't go back outside.
Zimmerman had a gun and he pulled the trigger.
Zimmerman pulled the trigger because he was getting his ass whooped. Because the boy
pulled
went back
the trigger
outside.
Nonetheless, you can put the could have shoot out. You can put the because and the because and the because until tomorrow.
That's what
the trigger, and that's where he ended alive, and that's where he ended.
But what I'm saying is that's what happened. You can go look up the story. That's exactly what happened.
I'm not looking up the story. I don't have to look up the story. You're trying to say that it was Trayvon's fault, the person who did not have the gun fault for dying. Well, the person who had the gun
let me ask you a question. Okay,
you're on the bus.
Let me ask you a question. You're on the bus. You're on the bus. Mind your business. Somebody comes up to fuck with you. You tell them to leave you alone. Somebody else is telling them, look, just ignore him and don't do nothing. You even move your seat. Now that person pulls a gun out on you. Are you going to move away and do what that person said, just leave him alone? Or are you going to go confront him?
I don't have the gun.
What?
Said, I'm not the one with the gun.
Okay. I know. I prefaced that. Are you going to fuck with somebody that has a gun or might have the thought of having a gun? Or are you going to do what somebody said and just leave them alone and try to avoid a confrontation?
Now you're trying to say that Trayvon Martin knew that Zimmerman had a gun. You're trying
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
He didn't know. He had no way of knowing. It's not like that 911 kind of like you keep mentioning. Say, okay, Mr. Trayvon Martin, we know that Mr. Zimmerman, who is a vigilante, not even a police officer. We know he patrolled there with a 45 millimeter, loaded this like that, blah, 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 blah. Do not go near him because he will shoot you and he has a tendency of being violent and all that crap. Please.
Why would you go back outside? If they told him that, why would you go back outside?
I can go outside. That's not what they told him. Is that what you're
So
trying
you
to
caused
tell
your
me?
own demise. So you facilitated your own demise. That's what you're telling me. He's facilitated his own demise.
At the end of the day, I can facilitate all you think I'm doing, but I'm not pulling the trigger on anybody. George Zimmerman pulled the gun on Trayvon Martin, who was not armed. Plain simple. I don't know what you're going to tell me on that one. Plain simple.
Okay, you're facing someone that's potentially armed and you're not armed. You're going to go confront them.
Potentially. Now, once again, and don't
Okay.
nobody know about that.
So you're 50-50, just like Zimmerman probably thought he was 50-50.
Oh, thought.
But
Now,
you're going to go confront him.
Thought.
That's what you're telling me. You're going to go confront him.
He said thought. Thought he was what? 50-50, which means Trayvon was armed. Please. There's no way.
I don't know what Zimmerman thought at that moment.
We've heard a police officer say, no, he reached for his pocket and brought something out. Zimmerman never mentioned that Trayvon was reaching anything and thought that could have been a gun or anything. That was never part of the story.
Oh, yeah. I guess we're not going to agree on Trayvon. Okay, what about the other
cases? We don't need to cry. Another person who died, Tamir Rice.
That was his fault.
Okay. Who pulled the trigger again? Same argumentation.
Who had the gun in the park, waving it at people?
Was it a gun?
Yes, it was a gun. It was a toy gun. Yes.
You call that a gun? Would that gun be able to cause?
It looked real, according to eyewitnesses that he was pointed at. The 3 people that called the police.
It looked.
Yes, it was a dark gun. It didn't have any other color on it. That's why they thought it was real.
Appearances.
You're in the dark.
We kill people now based on appearances. Is being black too dark?
Don't do that.
I can do whatever I want.
The only person I'll give you on that is Oscar Grant. That's the only person I'm going to give you on.
You don't have to give me anything, Mike. It's a conversation. You don't have to give me anything. I'm not trying to get anything away from you. I'm not trying to have you concede anything. We are engaging in a conversation. That's all. I don't want you to sit down here and say, "Oh, I'm giving you on this and that." No, because I'm not moving and budging on my conviction. Same here.
That's fine. No, that's fine.
You stay there. So don't say the only person I'm gonna give you on. I'm trying to get something out of you. No. Stay in your point of view.
Okay.
That's it. But like I said, the person who causes the death is that person that had the choice. When you faulting someone else, he had a gun. That's the lie. That's a very malicious lie.
How is it a malicious lie?
Never had a gun.
Who didn't have the gun?
Tamir Rice.
Now you're lying. Go read the article. Now you're lying.
It was a gun for real?
Yes, it was a toy gun. Yes.
What is a toy gun?
It's one of the guns that look real. But when it's a toy gun, though it looks real, it has like orange or yellow.
And why would you call it a gun then? Could it kill somebody? Because that's what the definition of a gun is. God. Can a toy gun kill somebody?
A BB gun can.
He had a gun. He had a gun. Man, he had a 45 millimeter
gun. Wait a minute. I said he had a toy gun.
That's a correction that you did later on. You say he had
a gun. I clarified it. Yes, I said he had a gun, and I said then he had a toy gun.
Please make that the first thing you said.
Okay, fine. I'll clarify it so you understand. He was in the park in the evening while the sun was going down, waving a toy gun at people. 3 people called the cops and said there's a kid in the park waving a gun around and pointing at people. That's why the cop came over there to go find out whatever led to him getting shot. I don't exactly remember what happened, but he did.
Mm-hmm.
And they recovered the gun and thought it was real until they examined it and found out it was a toy gun.
Okay. Now, I've never gone through a police training whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Never joined the police.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure they're trained. They're trained properly to disarm people, to de-escalate situation. Because now, unlike the previous killings we had. Now we had a different situation where the actual police responded. Well, not just one officer, it was a group of them. I know that part of their training is to de-escalate because you're not going to sit down here and tell me he had a gun when many times we have armed robbery inside a bank, shooting people left and right, killing some people sometimes. And at the time when they're usually caught, they lock themselves in banks, they take hostages. And what would the police, when they get there, they start doing? They de-escalate the situation.
But that's a hostage situation, yes.
They negotiate. So I'm just saying, you can, yes, it's a hostage situation. That's not the point. The point is they are taught and trained on de-escalating the situation.
I found the story. So apparently,
don't give me no apparently. If you found the story,
I'm reading it.
Yeah, read it how it is. Don't say apparently.
Hang on. The officers reported that upon their arrival, they both continuously yelled, "Show me your hands," through their open patrol car window. Officer Lohman further claimed that instead of showing his hands, it appeared as if Rice was trying to draw. Quote, "I knew it was a gun and I knew it was coming out." In response, the officer shot twice, hitting Rice once in the torso. He died the following day. Rice's gun was later found to be an airsoft replica that lacked the orange-tipped barrel, which would have indicated it was a non-lethal gun.
It can lack anything he wanted. That child did not make that toy. So you can, when you say it lacked the orange tip, almost like he took that tip off.
That would have saved his life.
What could have saved his life is if that officer did not shoot him, and if he did, he could have shot to injure him. You can shoot other places on people, and I've seen them do that before. I've seen them do that before. They've shot knees, hands, chest, but not the chest, but shoulders. Better shoulders to have a subject that was agitated or I don't know, less of a threat. I can put it like that. Less of a threat to make someone who was looking threatening less of a threat. They have done it before. As part of the training.
What would have been the appropriate response?
Not to kill him. Not to shoot to kill. But
they didn't shoot to kill. That's not a no. If they were going to shoot to kill, they would have shot him in the head.
He's dead. They did enough damage.
They didn't expect him to die.
They could have shot him in his leg. He wouldn't be dead. I know they can aim. They're not going to tell me they can aim.
That's actually, you don't know that. Because there have been times people have been shot in the legs and the bullet entered their vein and went up into their artery and severed it. It's happened. So when you shoot, it's unpredictable where the bullet goes.
They're trained. Between
and they shot him in the torso.
And a 14-year-old.
He was 12.
Thank you. They're trained. That's their job.
But
that's part of their job.
They said in their report they told him repeatedly to drop the gun.
You can do more than that.
What's that you said?
You can do more than that.
Like
I don't think that's like I said before I start talking. I've never been to a police school, but I know they're not just teaching you. Told him to drop the gun. That's it. It's not a one solution thing. If this person they refuse to drop the gun, that's it. Killed him.
Here's the problem with this situation, though.
There's no problem with that situation.
No. Here's the problem with what you said. They had multiple reports that there was someone waving a gun around. At that point, you don't know what that person is capable of, and you're more in the mode of you got to protect the public.
Oh, they show up with emotion. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes. Even in the story, they said that he lied about being psychologically fit.
Who lied?
The cop that killed
him. Well,
and then they fired him for it.
He just fired?
No, he got fired 3 years ago.
He's not in jail or anything?
No, they did their own investigation. The Cleveland Police Department, they did their own investigation, said it was a justified shoot. Then they turned it over to the FBI, and the agent that reviewed the case, said it was a justified shoot because of that orange tip on the front of the gun, which would have indicated that it was non-lethal.
Well, Tamiras never took it off. That's all.
So who took it off? Who took it off?
He didn't.
Okay. Sure.
You probably got it like that.
No, because they knew what the gun was. The airsoft guns, I know those guns. They have
He's
the tip.
12-year-old.
It's not that hard to take that off. It's a
And
little.
you think that he did that on purpose so that he can distract the cop to believe?
It looks like a real gun if you take it off. I know
And that's what he wanted to do for him to be shot.
Not he didn't do that so he would get shot. He did that so it looks like a real gun.
He
so
did that.
Scare people with it.
You really sick in your head, for real, for real.
So
if you think that he will go around, remove that, just so he can say, yes, I'm a real man with a real gun to get killed.
Yes. How's that hard? How's that hard to
in his head.
How?
Stop
What's
that. You're not in his head. You're not thinking
why would he take it off?
What you're talking right now is blasphemy.
So why would he take it off?
How do you know he did? You over there playing?
Take it off.
Huh?
Okay, so whoever
you thought that he purchased that? You thought that a 12-year-old walked in and purchased that?
They said his aunt bought it for him, or his mom bought it for him.
And you think that he was the only kid in his whole family who taking about? That's what you're concerned about. You're concerned about the wrong thing.
What am I concerned about?
The wrong thing.
What am I concerned about?
Who took it off? Who took that yellow tip off? That could have saved his life. The cop not shooting would have saved his life. Oh my God. You're missing the whole point.
Supposed to know that the cop, if the cop sees somebody taking something off their waist, he's got to assume that's a gun.
He got to assume. You would do a terrible cop.
Okay, let's see.
I wouldn't be.
Let's see. You get 3 points.
You have to remove something around your waist, and I'm thinking it's a gun. There's a lot of people that will be dead.
Wait a minute. You have
where do you put your wallet at?
Saying that somebody's waving a gun in a park. You get there. You're telling this person, listen, show me your hand. They pull something off the waist. You're not going to assume it's a gun?
He's a 12-year-old. Didn't you see that?
So it's 12-year-old. He get a pass. You're right.
It's not no pass. You can see that. You can see that by his height. You can see that visually. How tall was he? 6'5"? 6'5"?
Did you watch The Wire?
I don't watch shows.
Okay. Well, season 5, your boy Omar got killed by an 8-year-old who had a Beretta. I think it was a Beretta, but he had a handgun, and it was clearly real. He shot him in the head.
You're not going to use a show.
I'm just saying it can happen.
Yep, little kid be playing around with a brother.
Yes, how many stories you can go look up on the internet right now of little kids playing with guns and shooting other little kids?
It happens.
So why are you giving Tamir Rice a pass?
When the police show up, does he a threat to anybody around him? Did they have kids that he held hostages?
It was in a park.
Does it have people in front of them that he's shooting at right there?
Who called it in?
He is shooting at them in the park.
He's waving it around.
But nobody is around anymore. No one is around anymore because the people who call 911, I don't know nobody who call 911 and stay there. They'll leave. I never call 911 and say where I'm at is a threat.
So let me get this right. So somebody waving a gun, you just gonna leave. You're not gonna alert nobody else. You just gonna leave.
You call 911, you leave. So I know by the time the police show up, he's not waving his gun at anybody because nobody is there. Nobody is there. If I want to call 911, because I'm not gonna call it and stay in front of your eyes, I'ma leave.
Wow. We not finna do it. Okay.
I will call 911, but I'm not going to stay in your sight. So you're going to call 911 and stay there in front of me.
No, I walk away and I call the cops. I walk away and call the cops.
Well, exactly. That's
okay,
what I said.
So what are we talking about?
That's exactly what I said. When you said, wow.
So what are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
Yes. You're giving this boy a pass.
No, I'm holding the officer accountable.
How can you hold him? protecting the public. How do you hold him accountable?
There was nobody around Tamir Rice by the time they arrived. He was not holding that gun in front of somebody.
He had it on his waist. I just read you this.
He had it on his waist.
Yes, they told him repeatedly, show me your hands. He went like this.
Who? Ready to shoot who? Ready to shoot who?
You don't. He could have pointed at the cops.
He could have.
They shot him before they said he pulled out something and looked like a gun. And they shot him. You want him to go like this? And then you're going to shoot him?
Whomever pulled the trigger.
By that logic, then Laquan McDonald should have gotten killed, right? Even though he was shooting at police.
Whomever pulled the trigger has a choice, always. And like I said,
Laquan McDonald had a choice.
It depends.
And he chose his choice.
When you're a cop, training, part of your training involve a lot of things.
So by your logic, then he should have got shot first.
And de-escalating. No. That don't put the words in my mouth. By your logic, it means that. No, let me say you that. If I want to say that, don't be sure that's what I'm gonna say. That's not what I said.
So what you say?
De-escalation. Show me your hand is not a way of de-escalating anything. Do this, yelling and screaming is not a way of de-escalating. Now that we have, the reason, just going back to before we start talking about this young man, and rest in peace, and a lot of comfort, sending a lot of comfort.
Real quick before she continues, I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to demonize the kid. I'm not. I'm just saying our choices lead us to consequences that, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to live with. So I'm just saying you got to make better choices. That's all I'm saying.
We all do.
Right.
All of us.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to cast aspersions on nobody that got killed by police.
If you asking Tamir Rice and Trevor Martin to make better decisions, then you need to ask the same thing for George Zimmerman and the cops that killed him. That's it.
Yes.
Thank you. Yep, makes sense.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
So as long as you
situations that they publicized,
that's what you're saying
BLM,
now. Because the first thing we started is it was their fault. It's their fault.
Yes. I'm not wavering. Like I said, I'm not wavering on what I said about Trayvon. That was his fault.
You said the same thing with
could have made a better choice.
You said the same thing with Tamir Rice. You said both things.
He could have made a better choice. Yes.
The cops could have done the same thing too. There you go. Then it can't be on one person's fault when both people could have done better.
Where did any of the three that we just talked about where I said it was entirely their fault?
You did.
I never said that.
You didn't make it sound like this was a partial. You say it was their fault. 50.
All these situations are 50-50. But who's living to tell the tale?
Is that really living?
Their lives may be over, but they're living to tell the tale. They're going to have to live with the fact that they killed somebody.
I don't know. I'm not in their shoes. It's a tough place to be, and I don't want to be in there.
All McDonald had to do was pull his gun down. He'd still be alive. Yes, he'd be doing life in prison, but he'd still be alive.
All the cops had to do was not to shoot.
The boy had a gun. The boy was shooting at police. What do you expect him to do? Is just keep yelling, put it down?
This is why when you talk like this, I know that whatever bullshit you said earlier was not even sincere.
What bullshit that I said? That was what I just said?
He's smirking. You had a smirk on your face.
I'm not smirking.
Whatever you said earlier was just BSing because you back on your road thing. He had a gun. Put the toy gun in front before you say gun.
I'm not talking
about anybody.
I'm off him.
Who you talking about now?
I'm talking about Laquan McDonald.
Laquan McDonald. Is that
the boy in Chicago?
Was he armed or not?
Yes, he was shooting at police.
Okay.
They had him surrounded. He was shooting at police. They got mad. BLM got mad because after they shot him and he was on the ground, they kept shooting.
Now that raised a question.
What's the question?
Was he a threat when he was on the ground? That's always one thing to ask. You shoot when you.
No, I said the cops were assholes for keep shooting. He was already down. I don't know why you kept shooting.
Okay. That's exactly what I said.
Right.
You shoot to prevent threat, and when a person no longer looks like they're a danger to you, the people around.
These asshole cops sat down and they just want to let off. Their rule is to neutralize the threat.
Well, you asked that we went on this long rant, y'all, because Kid asked
This show is
about
going to be broken up into two anyway, so
who died.
it's like two different shows.
I just told him to refresh his memory on a few. Sandra Bland died too, you know.
She did. Sandra Bland, that one I think that's the weirdest one.
Once again, going back to what I've said, choices could be better. And that's part of being law enforcement.
Yeah, but notice they only elevated those stories.
Those are the one that the public knows. There's way many more in smaller communities.
I know.
It takes a lot
depressing now.
to put yourself out there.
Black Lives Matter alone. Even though Obama they were in his pocket, and he could have sent them to Chicago to clean up Chicago, but they didn't. But I'm not. I don't like BLM, but you know,
listen,
it's all good.
You call it a social movement. We started talking.
It started with a hashtag on Twitter.
You're such a bad faith. It started with a hashtag. You have bad faith. That's what I said.
What do you mean bad faith?
It started with a hashtag. You don't think it started with killing? People died?
No, it literally after what's her name? After Michael Brown got killed, that one chick tweeted hashtag Black Lives Matter, and that's how it started.
It started with a killing. Say that. It started because Michael Brown got killed.
I just said
don't say it started with a hashtag. No, it started with a killing. I'm going back to the truth.
Started with the third killing of a black person, and the woman tweeted out hashtag Black Lives Matter.
That sounds so much better because now you're putting the emphasis on why this movement started. It was not just about a hashtag. We hashtagging everything nowadays. So it was not all about our hashtag. It was about a killing. I think if everything went well and the black community did not feel oppressed in such a short period of time and you know, losing mans and women, daughters, sons, husbands, and wives, I don't think the movement will gain any traction. It is because people felt violated and killed. It started with the killing. I don't care about no hashtag movement, and that's why I wouldn't even call it a social movement, because it started with real hurt. It started with deep anger. It started with real protest. It started with all of those stuff. So I don't even see that just as a social thing. A lot of people, the only social aspect I saw as seeing it is how it brought people together from across the country, from zones and areas that are so far from where the tragedy happened. That's where I see the social part, because you know, people in certain part of the country might not have access, but then you go on social media and you can connect with that. You can feel that hurt. But it started with the community that felt hurt and anger. That's what the core of the movement is. I'm not talking here as one of the great activists of Black Lives Matter. And in fact, I really honestly do not think that I hashtag anything Black Lives Matter in the whole span of that movement. You can check my social media. I don't think I hashtag anything like that. But I knew and felt why the movement was going. And every time people try to sway conversation, start some conversation, I say, listen, it started with hurt. It take a great deal for people to do what this change is going, this court system is going, these cases are about. It brought changes. So if you anchored this movement, if you were part of it, I don't want to make you feel like it was not for nothing. No, certain state came out with laws after this. Body camera, certain counties already had.
Black group said that was unconstitutional, after they started releasing them footages, but that's another subject for another show.
Once again, your bad faith shows. You interrupt to show something bad just to point out something negative that you wanted to mention. It had no point. You could have kept that to yourself or waited until I finish my point before you could bring it up. Like I was
I'm
saying, as I was saying, um, made me lose my train of thought. That's what happened. What was that talking about?
I derailed you.
And you happy, but that's rude.
I'm a troll. You know this.
We don't troll about when we talking about serious stuff. You can troll when we talk about kiddie stuff.
Okay, fine. No more trolling for the night. I'll show you a gesture of good faith. See, I took it off.
No, wear it.
No, I'm going to show you
me.
my hairline.
You funny about this hat, man. I could care less about what
you. I think you secretly like this hat. I'm gonna get you one. You like this hat. You like.
To be honest with you, I ain't gonna wear it.
You liked it. You wear it to work.
I don't know. Well, like I said, when I tell you stuff, you over there trying to think like I'm playing one. I'm not gonna wear it. Period. You're gonna give it to me. It's probably gonna go back to the trash. I'm telling you up front.
Why are you gonna throw a perfectly good $5 hat in the garbage?
Because I'm telling you right now not to give it to me.
I would never do that. You've made your political affiliations quite clear. I would never do that to you.
It has nothing with a political affiliation. It's just a motto that I don't buy nor believe in it. Make America great again. It has nothing to do with political affiliation, and I think that's where usually you get it twisted. 4 more years. That was not the stamp that Democrat was like, we'll have to run again. Well, have to run with. Mm-hmm. It's just a motto. You know, it's just something that you.
Now, which motto was it?
Which one? Which mean?
Was it the Moto GP or was it the Moto X?
4 more years. That's what I said. What are you talking about?
Oh, you missed the joke. Never mind. You missed the joke.
Yeah, I miss it completely.
You said Moto. I was just thinking Motorola, the phone.
Like I said, Moto. Coming back to that, 4 more years. I don't think it has nothing to do with party affiliation. So I'm not over here talking here, and I'm actually an independent. I am an independent, so
just like me, yay!
I listen to what affects me and make decision based on who has the best plan in front of me. Period. And I think everybody should.
So in July, after the DNC, I can ask you who you're voting for, or is it? Or I still can't do that.
I mean, I don't think I would say anything about who I'm voting for and things like that.
Say no more.
It's gonna be tight until I'm telling you. I usually it's very hard for me to know off right early on. I've only knew from get go who to vote for. In local election, presidential. First of all, we need to know who's running on the other hand, and then we take it from there.
All right, last thing about the boy Obama, and then I'll leave you alone.
My man.
Yes, you give us such a clap. Just give us such a clap. Yes. Even though he pimped y'all, but we can have that discussion on an emergency show how he pimped black women, but
how he what?
Pimped black women.
He pimped black women.
Oh, he pimped y'all.
I'm always surprised why I think that you said your mouth. I don't know what you're
okay, fine. This will be the last question. What do you think you got from Obama?
What do I think I got from Obama?
Mm-hmm.
Were you part of this show? Just for an hour and 34 minutes?
Yes.
The first, what was it about?
No, I'm asking what did you personally get?
I'm answering your question.
Mm-hmm.
Affordable health care, right? That was one.
Mm-hmm.
The immigration was one of my bucket because I'm I'm an immigrant.
But you were here already, right?
I've never knew America about be a country where it's all about me and nobody else. So
No,
my
but what I'm
friends,
saying, you were here
I was
before Obama got elected, right? Or you came after?
I was here before he got elected.
Okay.
So I was part of, I was here. I had friends who came and was part of the Dreamers.
Hmm.
So that's another one.
Okay.
Another thing, economy got back on track. Uh, yep, he got it back on track. I was trying to see. Yeah, I bought the house after.
Well, he didn't have a choice on that one, but
He actually cared. That's what it's called. Not he didn't have a choice.
he cared. Well, he had to care. I mean, we all voted for him. He had to care.
Not everybody is a crook. When they run actually on what they said it was,
Oh, don't you go there.
they will go. No,
Okay, fine. Where's the $150 million? Where's the tax money off of that Obama got on that money? Where is it?
you better ask that to every single president. I don't know what you talking about.
That's fine.
What you talking about?
We talking about Obama.
Which money? What you say? 125 million for what?
That his stepfather left him and his surviving step sibling. Where is that tax money?
We will know the day that the current president showed his taxes and what his father did too when he was a young boy.
Well, we all know why Trump's not going to divulge his taxes because he's not going to be labeled a billionaire anymore. We know this. That's why he's not going to do it.
Okay. Well, to be honest, I don't know about no 125 million that you mentioned.
Yeah, look up Ray Santoro. He left him and his two step siblings $300 million. One of them died, so they split that $100 million that they got. So now he has $150 million.
I wish you were as engaged in Obama finances as you were in Trump's. I'm sure you have way more.
I just gave you Trump's finances. I just said that he doesn't want to divulge his taxes because he won't be labeled a billionaire anymore.
I mean, it didn't start as he was an adult. You know what his dad did when he was just a little kid. He was passing.
Yeah, his dad left him money, and that. Yeah.
So when you were thinking about 300 million left over off of inheritance, that was. We can talk about all the. I'm not gonna call it fraudulent, but questionable bankruptcy filings of
Trump University. Shout out to him.
Of all the companies of your current president. Once you have those answers, come back and we can.
Hey,
then I reach out to
Obama president because he's the president too right now, even though you don't like him.
He is. I ain't gonna
right.
But right now, right now.
You're supposed to say our current president.
Okay,
but that's a black thing to do to say that's not my president.
That's not what I said. I said your president. I did not. I said yours.
Technically, our president. You should say our president.
I said what I said. Your president, but I did not say your president only. That's where you're trying to have me go. I didn't say he's not my president. That's completely different words. Like
you said, your president, which means you're trying to segregate yourself away from him.
Nope, you said that.
I said he's technically your president as well.
And I said yes. Did I?
Right, but you won't acknowledge and say our president. You're saying your president.
That's my choice of words. Your president.
Spoken like a true skin tone gender. Go ahead, give me some more. I like talking with you. Even though I'm sure after you get off this, you're gonna scream. You're like this motherfucker, and your neighbor's gonna tell you, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, so many stereotypes about black women. I wish you could just get to know them instead of stereotyping him.
Hey,
and stereotyping the whole America. It's not because you marry one that you have to stereotype everybody. It's actually very disrespectful.
I have two that I live with.
It's very disrespectful.
I live with two.
Very disrespectful, nonetheless.
I have 3 sisters and a mother.
Very disrespectful.
I'm not disrespectful. I haven't even begun to be disrespectful yet.
I wish you were white. I'm sure you did. You don't like your
whoa, bring that back. Bring that back. Bring that back. Say that again.
Let's say, I'm sure you wish you were white. You don't like your color.
I never wanted to be white.
Hard to believe.
Never wanted to be white.
Maybe Asian. I don't know. Another race.
I think I am part Asian. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna do my ancestry test, and then I'm gonna divulge the results on it. But I think I do have Asian in my family. But white, no. Never wanted to be white.
I really believe that an African beat any other races in the island. But nobody ever gave us credit, so that's fine.
Oh, we got credit. We got credit for things. It's just you only find out about that in February. How Morgan Freeman said it, Black history is American history. To end racism, I won't refer to you as a white man. You don't refer to me as a black man. Okay, fine. I'll make a concession with you. I'll leave Obama alone. He's done things for you. I don't see it. He didn't do nothing for me as a black man. I guess we'll just agree to disagree on that.
Perfectly fine with me.
Say no more. This was fun. Sometimes fun.
It was awesome.
You know, your camera looked better than mine. I'm pissed off about that, but I didn't want to say nothing. Stupid ass Max. You know what? I'm hoping one day that y'all's operating system just like shuts down for a whole week, just so I can see some mindless drones just running around trying to figure out how to live through life. I think people that have Apple products do not get enough oxygen. Y'all all stay in your phone.
I hate you so much with that dumb shit.
What's the name of y'all's web browser? Serengeti?
Safari. Oh, the new OS, Catalina. They went.
How come they don't name it after a black woman?
They have a Mohetia.
A what? They have a Haitian. They have a Haitian?
They have amnesia.
What is that? Is that supposed to be a black woman's voice?
It's a name that I made up. It's half African and half Black American.
Oh, you still didn't send me the files. I hope you know that.
Yes, we were on the show, by the way.
You could have sent that before the show.
Oh, you said when you were having your technical difficulty and I was trying to hang with you? True.
Okay. You could have done that way before I had the technical difficulties. Yes, folks, I had technical difficulties, so I'm still trying to figure out.
Every day.
You can kiss my ass.
Single.
You can kiss
my ass. I'm starting to think that he is technology.
You can kiss my ass.
He can't make anything work, even his new computer.
Listen, if it's not, listen, let me tell y'all something. Folks, if it ain't on the cell phone, listen, if I could do these shows on the cell phone, I would do it. But the audio just doesn't come out right.
Yo.
It doesn't. We did that show. We did that third show about mental health, and the audio was horrible. But we got hella views on it, so I had to put it back up because I needed the views. So it could build our profile. But we are going to have another second mental health show. I want to see if I can get a psychologist on. A black psychologist. Did you just tell me shut the fuck up? You told me shut the fuck up? I just wanted to, why are you laughing? What happened? Somebody sent you a dick pic and you was laughing on how small it was?
I don't discriminate.
Say no more, fam. Say no more. Okay.
I'm the best thing.
So tired fun.
All right, listeners. Man, it was a long ass show.
Obama and Trump are good and bad in their respective.
Don't nobody care. As long as the American people are happy, as long as we as a society make it work.
Oh, I did have one more.
Again, the presidency.
One more quick question. Okay. Is America less racist now, or was it less racist between 2008 and 2016?
I don't know. Haven't noticed yet. I haven't noticed that yet. I get along with everybody in DC. You came to DC, you saw how
I know. Everybody would go dancing on the Nova.
And then when I come to New York, I have a good time. I haven't really found myself in a situation
Yes,
where
you
I'm
have a
pushing.
good time because I take you out in the dark where there's a lot of light. And then I take you in the sunlight where there's a lot of shade. Folk, whoever lived from New York, she thought Washington Square Park was a bad area.
Folk, me this weird ass place, man.
I took her to Washington Square Park, her and a man and her friend, Kevin, who was on the show. I took them to Washington Square Park. She come tell me that this is a bad area. I'm like, how? Folk, whoever from New York, you know where Washington Square Park is. That is right by NYU. There's nothing bad about that area. A couple blocks, you're in Union Square. The woman thought I took her to Bedford Park up in the Bronx.
I want to go there.
No, you don't. You do not want to go to the Bronx. Okay? You don't even want to go there in the daytime. You know what? Okay. What they call it? Damn, I just had the movie in my head. All right, you saw Judge Dredd, the first one.
Judge Dredd.
Yeah, the first one with Sylvester Stallone. The first one back in '93.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Bronx is like Mega City 1. That what it like.
Why are you going off on the Bronx? Like you lived there before, right?
Hey girl, let me explain something to you about New York. Since you wanted to move here once upon a time. You're from New York, and yes, you have your New York pride. You also have your borough pride. My borough pride is Queens.
Okay.
The Bronx does have its borough pride, but everybody else outside the Bronx does not have this pride. We don't claim them. More often than not, we ask Westchester to take them.
Damn, why you do that?
Because the Bronx has nothing worthwhile up there except the Bronx Zoo and Yankee Stadium. And people still congregate there in the daytime and then leave as quick as they can. Or if the Yankees have a night game, they try to get out of there as quick as they can. Because them fools up there don't know how to act.
I have a friend up here who's from the Bronx, and she be talking about her little bars. She be rapping it hard.
Well, like I said, anybody from the Bronx is gonna have their borough pride. But more often than not, anybody that doesn't live in the Bronx or is from the Bronx are going to shit on the Bronx.
Damn. Y'all doing them wrong.
No, they did themselves wrong.
Never knew it was that bad.
Baby girl, you could go through our shootings, and I guarantee you most of them are coming from the Bronx.
Listening to the things that you say on the show, and always, I take everything you say with a grain of salt.
You don't gotta take my words on nothing. You could just go look it up.
Yeah, I'll go. Matter of fact, I'll come and see up close.
Listen,
I love y'all over there in the Bronx.
How much insurance you got?
You're not on it.
How your insurance? Is your premiums up to date?
You're not on it, so you won't get
because you got to make sure when you cross one of them bridges into the Bronx, they ask you that. How's your insurance?
I'm gonna leave you this mic. This whole system.
You better start a GoFundMe. You go up into the Bronx. That's what black people do.
Everybody does it.
Nah, I've never done it.
Everybody else done it, not just black people.
Yeah, but see.
No, don't see nothing.
You know when we do it? When somebody dead.
Don't see nothing. I've seen people. I see people do it.
Yes.
You repeating fallacies all over again. Not gonna make them.
No, what I'm saying, you use GoFundMe to raise funds for something. You don't raise it when somebody dies and you gotta go bury them.
Funds for something. GoFundMe did not come up with a policy on what you need to raise it up on.
I know, but what I'm saying is when it comes to us black folk,
they have people raising funds for medical bill.
Yes.
For surgeries.
And they don't get it paid unless the story goes viral. You know that.
What happened to the sense of community to people?
The
What
what?
is that sense of community?
We don't
What
have
is
that.
some
We don't
when you
have that.
say with somebody like you, nobody want to be part of your community. With
No,
how
actually
many
they do
with
because
how many
I stress accountability.
with how many BS that you're talking,
Like what?
nobody want to be
Like
associated with
what?
you.
No, tell me the BS I talk.
Because black people only do GoFundMe. GoFundMe would be happy to prove you that's wrong. If we could,
Do
find
you want me
your
to prove how frivolous we are with our GoFundMe's? Do you want me to really go there before we leave? What about
frivolous.
the
Is that
stripper,
the
like I
word?
talked about on the last show? The stripper that fell off the pole. I think she was from Yo City.
How about I pull up any GoFundMe to hear and I see if any
And tell
other
me if
person.
it's funded. Pull the black GoFundMe and tell me if it's funded that didn't involve a funeral or somebody dying.
I'm not gonna do that. All I'm gonna say is I'm gonna pull a GoFundMe with someone else of another ethnicity or race
Mm-hmm.
that is here on the GoFundMe page,
Mm-hmm.
just to prove you that
And don't
that
pull up
not
no viral
only
story either.
you're not gonna give me restriction. If you go on a
Okay, fine,
GoFundMe
fine. You can
page,
put up
is
the viral story. Fine, go ahead.
not a viral story. I'm not looking for no viral story. I'm looking about funds started by community members trying to raise money for one of their loved one or whatever they're trying to do. So GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm. The black folk and strippers get that woman
You
$40,000.
see, and so much wrong stuff. Okay. So the minute you even type the GoFundMe page, you see all kind of ethnicity on the thing.
I never
What
said
did
GoFundMe was restricted just for black people. That's not what I said.
no, that you said that's what we do.
When
Okay.
somebody dies,
Here. So we have San Jose, and I did not hear about this. Hope
mm-hmm.
for Nakapan.
When did
Give
they put it up?
you said what? California. You said what?
When did they put it up?
Oh,
What's the
just
date on it?
February 18, 2020. Sorry.
And they made it already?
He's raising 250,000. He's out. There
What's
are
he at right now?
187,000.
What happened to him?
You can go online to see how wrong
Well,
he
I
was.
can't. Well, I think if I go on it, it's gonna.
To see how wrong he was. He had a stroke.
Okay, he had a stroke. Okay.
Yep. And this is to
What's
he's
his name?
paralyzed.
What's his name?
Hope for Nakapan. Nakapan.
He Japanese?
No, look like he's
Spanish?
Indian.
Oh.
And
Well, Indians have a sense of community.
you said what?
Indians have a sense of community. Of course, they're gonna help each other out. I guarantee you go down that list it's going to be a lot of Middle
Never
Eastern
mind. You
people.
making me waste my time. Good night.
How am I making you waste your time? Go down the list of the people who donated and look at the last names.
I said you making me waste my time.
How am I making you waste your time? But his thing's not even funded. But I see what your point was.
Okay, that's good.
But that's legitimate. He had a stroke. That's a legitimate reason.
You're not the one that defined what legitimate reason or not.
A stroke is not legitimate?
But you said that's a legitimate reason, as if others were not.
Ma'am, insurance is not that much. Life insurance is not that much.
Okay.
It's not.
What are you trying to say?
We don't buy life insurance.
People still need their family, period.
I understand, but we don't buy life
People still
insurance.
need help if they decide they need to. And they reach out to. You cannot stop somebody from doing that. You can stay in your little corner and be all angry as you want. The world will keep moving.
All I'm saying is we don't, as a people, do not buy life insurance. That's all I'm saying.
They're selling life insurance, then they go give it for free.
Life insurance?
Yeah.
Where's there free life insurance?
Instead of using your big mouth, your wide, huge mouth to talk, you can actually do something. There you go. You could do something. Share your paycheck or something.
Share my paycheck. Yeah, I'm sharing it with the person that is in the bedroom.
No, share with people who needs it, right?
Yeah, the two people that are in my bedroom right now.
People besides those two people.
Like who?
People on GoFundMe who needs help.
No. I've never donated to a GoFundMe. I don't think I will.
Okay, then shut up about GoFundMe then. Let it be. It's never your dollars, never your penny and your cents, then shut up. Let people who donate and give their money to talk about it. And like I
You
said
can look up
earlier,
GoFundMe's.
good night.
No.
It's about to be.
We have to end off the show the right way. You know better than that.
Well, you already know. My good person is the person we talked about it all night about. Shout out to Barack Obama and shout out to all the Olympians that are getting ready for Tokyo 2020.
That might not even happen.
If it happened, please put me in your plane. Come get me. I'm not thinking like kid. Leave him here in the state. He got nothing else to do. But if it does happen, please, I wouldn't be against coming down with the. I've heard people having their wish become reality. Why not me? Why not?
Your wish did come true. I'm hurt.
I don't think about you like that for real. But like I said, shout out to all the Olympians. Shout out to the legend Michael Phelps, and everybody shout out and good luck in your training, and make us proud at the Tokyo Olympics. I'll be watching you, from here. Like I said, if someone want to tech me, I'm here.
And I guess the a-hole before we go will be
Kid Gravity, man.
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
I don't know.
A-hole today.
I don't know how he cannot get that today. He deserved it. He worked hard for it. I know this makes him very happy. So I think
work hard for my award.
Yeah, you did. You did. I have to give it up to you. You were awesome in that, and enjoy.
Listen,
Hopefully,
we all know.
keep it a streak.
Most of us
Get it next week again.
know that your president, the one you like, was a symbol.
Like you said earlier to me, our president, because I know he was your president.
He was our president. Our president before our president now was a symbol. But on that note, really quick, like I said, this was fun. Sometimes fun.
Okay. I don't know.
For those who are afflicted with the coronavirus, may you find a speedy recovery. If you don't got it, make sure you wash your hands.
Please.
Please.
Stay safe, y'all. That thing is not playing, man. I saw people dropping left and right.
You ain't lied. You heard about that lady that caught it, got cured, and then caught it again? So I was like, and she a nurse. God dog.
But she probably deal with people who have it, and she doesn't know because
but that's bad if you caught it again.
It took like 20 days for you to start even showing any symptoms. You fine, but then you can give it up to people.
They cured her. She was good, and then she caught it again. So that must mean that this new strain she caught is going to mutate.
Yo, for real, be safe. Please be safe. I can't wait for
look,
to come. I think it's going to
stop. Already got. We ordered some stuff. We're gonna order it this weekend, and I got 3 escape routes. So we going south. It's gonna look like day after tomorrow. If they try to quarantine New York, I'm out. Me and the baby. We gonna. You see what I said? You see what I did? I said me and the baby. I forgot about the wife. I put it in the trunk. We gonna go head south. If you wanted to pick up,
she don't want to. She don't care about you.
You want to pick up?
Doing you a favor, man.
No. What's that you said? I'll come get you if you need to go.
Good. My plane is ready for Africa.
You are good.
We can
You are
only
good.
over there. I think African genes are very, very strong.
Very, very strong. Are you
Yes.
sub-Saharan or northern Saharan? Are you from Egypt? You descend from Egypt. I just want to know.
This is from center,
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
center Africa, center in the middle, right there.
You are in the middle?
In the middle,
You're in the middle.
center.
Okay. Quick question. Are you from Northeast or Southeast?
No fees.
Northeast? I knew it. Yeah, I was fucking weirdos. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, told.
I was some fucking
Yeah, all
weird.
right, y'all. This is it. I can
Yeah,
take this
this was fun.
this
Fun.
big old head off my hands, man.
What's that you said? You said you're gonna go play with your hands.
I said take your big old head off my.
Oh, don't do that. Hey, send me my stuff so people can hear these 3 shows. And she didn't even hear me. She just drinking orange juice like a motherfucker. You see that? Mad disrespectful.
I send you that thing.
What you
Get off
say?
my line. Get
Was
off
that
my
your head?
line now. I said get off my line now.
Hey, you know what? Since I love you, I'm gonna play your Obama one more again before we depart for the long week ahead of us. I'll do it for you.
You're
You
lying.
want some more Obama?
You're lying by that. I
What you
think
mean I'm
that-
lying?
You say you ain't lying by that week. This week is about to be rough.
You ain't lying.
Rough, man.
I'm gonna go do my taxes this week.
It's rough about to be rough.
Yo, you know the tax guy that my boss put me on is about 300.
Damn.
But he said he go with chefs. He said he got him back 5,000.
300 for what, man? People be doing the most. Charging people an arm and a leg and
just
half
saying.
a cheek.
Listen, I just want to see what we gonna get because we try to move.
$5.
You know what's fucked up? Last year we got 311. I couldn't even do nothing with that.
That's dinner. And that's
Hey,
dinner.
dinner. You know what that is? That's like half of one half of our rent.
That's dinner. I'm gonna just go ahead and just say, let's go just find
I'm
something.
not spending no $300 on dinner. You must be out your mind.
I mean, what is you gonna do with it? You spending this.
Put it away. You know what I could have did with it? I could have taken it. I could have bought a whole box of lottery scratch offs.
You know what else you could have been done with it?
I could have made it rain.
Get off my lawn. Bye.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna play her Obama because she wanna. Yeah.
What change will they see? What progress will we have made? This is our chance to answer that call. This is our moment.
This is
our
moment.
time
This is
to
our
put
time.
our people back to work and open doors of opportunity for our kids, to restore prosperity and promote the cause of peace, to reclaim the American dream and reaffirm that fundamental truth that out of many we are one, that while we breathe, we hope, and where we are met with cynicism and doubt and those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Obama is a Mac daddy. Obama pimps white women and black women.
We put President Obama in the White House, and when I look back, I just wanted more done for my people.
You did great. All right, nigga. What's up?